Yeah,
Welcome back.
mine's. Hey, hello
Ladies
there.
and gentlemen, I found it. All right, get right into it. It's just two of us today. It is Easter Sunday, and therefore,
Lovely Easter pod.
yep.
Where people
Therefore,
were still busy with family stuff.
yes. So I just returned. Obviously, you can see my hat. I just returned from a little trip north of the border to Ottawa to watch a little game. It was a birthday treat, which was nice of my parents.
Very nice.
Yep. So it was a whole thing. We stayed. It was a whole like bundle thing with the hotel, and it just happens to be the hotel that the players stay at.
Right. So did you end up rubbing shoulders with any
No, they're
any Lightning players?
No, well, almost. So first of all, I think the reason that the players stay there is because they are tight on security for that stuff.
Right.
Like they had them come out of the back. We actually saw a few of them come out of the back because we were coming back from the pool. We were coming back from the pool, and it was like a hallway with windows, and we look out the windows, and there's two buses, and we're like, okay, well that's gotta be. And then so we were there for like a couple minutes. We were like, well, do we just, we may as well just stand here and just wait for like a little bit. There was a couple minutes to go by, and then like Ross Colton comes out, Kucherov, Vasi. So we saw a couple from there, but then so we go back and we're waiting for the elevator on like the second floor, and it opens and out walks Mikey Asamont.
Oh yeah,
like right in front of us, and I was like, and I was in it. I panicked because I was like, I know his face, but I can't remember who he is. So I didn't say anything, and also I think he was late to the bus, so I wasn't gonna be like
not gonna hold him up, yeah.
But that was pretty cool. But yeah, that was cool. But yeah, they're like tight, like on security, because there was other people noticed that there were buses in the back. Yeah, and there was like a little kid, and I felt bad because it was like this. At first, it was like this one little kid was out there with like a goalie stick, and he was like just waiting. And then like the security dude, or there was a couple more people like joined him, and then the security guy came out and was like, "Yeah, no, you guys can't, you can't be here. You gotta go." Which I understand, but yeah. Anyway,
security dude should just keep the kid stick and be like, "Hey, man, kid was out here. Could we hook him up now?"
Well, I mean, that's what I was thinking. Well, that's what I wanted, because I was like, it was just a kid and his mom, I think, at first.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hope nobody else goes, because I think they might let him stay there if it's just
right.
A kid.
If it's they probably would have, but then once you get a crowd,
jabrones come around, and then there's more people walking. It's like, come on, guys, you ruined it for that kid.
Because I mean, it might not have worked, but like, there's a much higher chance of it working if it would have just been him.
For sure.
But more on point, how was the game? I don't even think I looked at the score last night.
Oh boy. So I'm definitely cursed. That makes
so
5.
You're still every Tampa Bay Lightning game you've been to in person, they've lost.
I am 0-5 at in-person Lightning games, and this one was bad.
I mean, one of them was just Palat shooting it into Carey Price's like scorpion kicked leg.
Oh my god, I still like, what are you doing, man?
I mean, it was a sick like save for the highlight, but then if you think about it for a second, it's like he had so much net.
Yeah, sick save, man. Maybe if the other guy had aimed for the other 40% of the net that was wide open. Come on.
Yeah. That was a fun game, but the Ottawa game,
something is what it was. No, it was bad from fucking jump. It's like,
really,
it's like 30 seconds in, Ottawa dumps it in, it goes off of a seam, like the seam part, and goes right out in front of the net. And I'm like, oh, nobody was, luckily fun. I was like, nobody was there like to hit it right away. So like, Elliott got back, it was Elliott in the net as well. Which I kind of expected, because they play the Leafs on Tuesday, and I'm like, so if they're gonna get Vasi a day off, it's gonna be against Ottawa.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but so it goes out there, and like nobody's there in the slot, but it goes back to the defenseman. He shoots it, and it fucking goes in. So one shot, one goal for the Ottawa Senators. And it's like 30 seconds in, and we're just like, it was just like, here we go again, kind of thing. Every time we go, Every time I've been to a game, they've just played poorly. Except for the game against Canadians, I don't think they played
That was just
bad.
a good game.
That was just a good
I
game,
think.
but
Yeah, but yeah.
all the others like 5-1 versus Buffalo, whatever. They ended
Wasn't
up
that bad Buffalo too? Or was that this year's Buffalo?
It was last year's Buffalo, so it was like
So like mid
it was mid
Buffalo.
Buffalo, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess they are still sort of mid, if you want to.
But like they made improvements.
Yeah, they were not the same Buffalo Sabres of this year.
Right.
So it's worse. But yeah, I mean it was just, I think, and I hate to say it because this is the kind of thinking that led to 2019. They were like, we are in the playoffs, whatever. I think that was their mindset in that game because nobody was trying. Like Asamont was hustling, Paul was hustling.
What was the final score?
7-7, Ottawa. 2-4. It was bad. One empty netter. Brian Elliott. Brian Elliott had a bad night, but they were definitely poor defensively. There was one play, Chernak goes into the corner to play a puck. He like grabs it and then turns and catches an edge and just right to some rookie who scores his first NHL goal. Like,
of course,
just I mean,
why not?
That dude, that's his first NHL goal. That is the easiest goal that dude's ever scored. Like,
well, yeah,
like holy, but it's bad. I think we're bad luck at this point.
Well, because before, do you have anything else to say about just the trip and the game?
No, the trip was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
I will, dude. That first of all, you know what I did? I had my dad get 200 Canadian out.
Because was it cashless there?
One, I didn't know that credit cards exchanged.
At the Bell Center. Oh yeah.
I didn't know they did the exchange, and because I don't want to pay $50 American for something that's only worth $40 American. Right. You know.
Yeah, no, it does the changeover. I've used my debit card at Bell Center for a long while.
Now that I know that, I'm not going to bother getting cash out because they were cashless.
Yeah,
we're walking up and it says no cash, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, the same thing happened to me back in November when I went back in because the game I had gone to at the end of the season prior with my brother, you could still use cash. I mean, I think it was in some places you couldn't, but like there was still like at concessions you still could. And then this time when I went in, they were just like, yeah, no, it's all cards everywhere. I'm like, oh, cool. I got this sick $150 in my wallet. Yeah. Awesome. So then on the way back, I was like, Grandpa, I'll just buy the taxi. I don't I'm not, this is going to be in my wallet. It's still in my wallet. I'm going to use
what
it.
You have left
this Thursday at some point when I go in. But yeah, that was annoying too.
Yeah, no, but listen, but then we're like, we get back to the hotel. And we're like, I was still in a good mood because it's like, you know, I still saw live hockey. It was fun.
I mean, even losses are fun to go to as long as they're not like horrendous losses.
I mean,
like
this was
it's not fun
rough.
to go to. But it's not like it's not like a 7-1 loss or something. Like I feel like there's at least something going on as opposed to just getting demolished.
Yeah,
which was why I was glad I stopped watching last night. But we'll get to that. We'll get to the Habs.
I will say there is some positives. One, there's only one fucking positive. Braden, we get to see Braden Point's 49th goal, so he's only one away from 50 for the first time in his career. So
he should get that.
That's he needs one more in his next 2 games. So
you only have 2 left,
and one's against the Leafs. So there's a chance they're going to be doing their best, hopefully, to do that.
Yeah, that'd be good. You got to get him 50. He's right there.
Yeah. And also, shout out to Brian Elliott. He got lit up last night, and some of it was his fault, some of it was not. But today is actually his birthday as well. So it's
what a birthday!
We share
present.
A birthday, yeah.
Oh yeah, hey, birthday twin.
Yeah. What a birthday present! Get fucking lit up by Ottawa. So we get back to the hotel, and we're thirsty, but it's late. I was gonna get. Oh no, I wasn't. I was gonna get Starbucks before the game, and it was closed. It was closed at the hotel. I was like, shit.
Damn.
But we get there and like there's no like little convenience store thing in the hotel that's open at that point 'cause it's like 10 o'clock or whatever. So we're like, there's a vending machine, let's do that. It fucking keeps spitting out my $20 bill. I got $20 Canadian bill. I keep trying to put it in, and it like would go halfway in, then it would come out, and then finally I get it like flattened enough, and it goes all the way in, like all the way. Couldn't see it, and it comes back out, and I was like, ah! But it was a card. It was a fancy one that you could use a card. So
there you
we
go.
just used the card again.
Even when you're like, yeah, use the cash.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah. So now,
Fuck you.
yeah. So now my dad was just like, we'll just take that and we'll trade you back your American dollars and we'll just take that and use it for P-Vans. So they now have like $270 to get.
They'll be
P-Vans.
set for all of this summer's P-Van run.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna go to P-Vans every time we go to visit.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but it makes sense. They'll be the ones that'll use it a lot sooner than you will. So
yeah. I mean, shit. When am I going to use Canadian money?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Plattsburgh, and it's been sitting in my wallet since November because I haven't gone in since then.
Yeah. You know what? That's where I'll wrap it up. The rest of the trip was good. Yeah, that was it. This was my souvenir. It's my new thing. I collect hats from each arena I go to. So
there you go.
Had to get it.
Very nice. Well, you said we don't really have any structure tonight, right? So you want to just pivot right into just Tampa talk and get your
sure.
Get Tampa wrapped up?
I don't understand what's going on. I don't, because they had a shitty March. We know that.
Yeah.
We talked about that. And then they picked it up a little bit and they sucked balls again. And then they picked it up a little bit again. Like last week we talked about it. They had a really good week.
Stretch,
that was the Vasilevsky first star, 2 shutouts.
Oh, right, yeah.
Shutouts against like good teams, Islanders and Carolina especially.
Yeah,
and then they come back and they go to New York and they lose 6-3 to the Rangers, and then the next night they lose 6-1 to the Islanders.
Jeez, to the Islanders?
Yeah, I'm like, how are you letting the Islanders score 6 goals on you? I think Elliott was in the net again.
Granted, the Leafs lost 7-2 to them once this year.
Well, I guess it's gonna be a good series, I guess. So they do that, and then they come out on Saturday and they fucking lay a huge egg against like they scored 4 goals. One of them was even strength. One.
Ew.
The rest were all one was a 5-on-3 and the other 2 were 5-on-4s.
Which, I mean, take advantage of your power play chances, I guess, but that's not.
Yes, but holy
promising. Yeah, I hadn't really paid that much attention to him the last little bit, but I had seen John Cooper being very not pleased in quotes on the Twitter timeline. So I didn't think it was going all that great, but yeah, no, that doesn't sound awesome.
It's not good. It's currently not good.
Currently not good.
I do remember, I can't remember exactly, but I do remember last year a similar stretch before the playoffs. But it's tough to not be like, oh, shit, man. when in the same night you lose 7-4, the team you're about to play in the first round wins 7-1. Which we can roll
to be
in
fair, they were playing the Habs.
That's true. That's true. Yes, the Senators are better than the Habs this year.
And like aside from that, it's like even more injury depleted than it was like the last time we talked. Like there's fucking nobody. Like it's to that point in the season where like everybody's done. Like Nick Suzuki's been playing 25 minutes a night pretty much since the beginning of the season, and with just like ever since Cole Caulfield went down like 30 games ago, like just with the most random guys. And then they eventually got Harvey Pinard up there and they got a bit of chemistry going, and that helped. But then like the resurgent Josh Anderson, who actually was looking really strong in that line with them, goes down to injury.
Of course he does.
And, like it's just I'm very glad there's 2 games left. I'm very glad. Or is it 2?
There.
Is it more? It might be it might be 3, honestly. My phone's stuck on the fucking NHL app.
3 and 4 3 and 4 days.
I don't know.
Because Boston, that last Boston is the first is the last game, isn't it?
Boston is the last game, so it might actually be 2.
Only 2. There's probably 2.
Yeah, it's probably 2. My phone is having a hard time. I do need to get a new phone. But yeah, it's
Wednesday
very ready
Islanders.
for things to be done.
Wednesday Islanders, you end the season with a back-to-back.
Damn.
Wednesday Islanders, Thursday Boston.
God damn, I'm getting the second half of a back-to-back against Boston. I'm driving.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there.
I'm going. It's the last game of the season. And
yeah, it'll be fun.
But I'm not overly optimistic about how things are gonna go. I'm very, very ready for draft lottery. I will just say that I've been waiting for the draft lottery for like a month. There's not really anything more to take out of these games at this point. They're injured. Like it's caught up. Like for a while they were injured and they were sticking in it, and there were some guys being chippy and like keeping them in games, but like it's just fully caught up to them, and you can very well see that in the games. And it's like, okay, I think ready to be done now.
Ready to watch other teams rip each other apart in the playoffs.
Yep. I need a Cole Caulfield extension coming sometime soon, hopefully, because that's up this year, and the longer it goes on, the more nervous I get.
No,
but like they know they can't fuck that up.
They'll either extend him or he'll get offer sheeted, and they'll match the offer sheet.
Right.
No matter what it is, they're gonna match.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Yeah. They there's no option at this point, especially if the draft lottery doesn't go particularly well.
Yes.
Which I'm not thinking that it won't, but yeah, I don't know. I'm fully in off-season brain at this point with them because look at them.
Yeah, like doing the same thing.
It's a little rough at the moment, but like you also got to think it's a little rough for a purpose. This is good. We're gonna get a good draft pick. A lot of people are very angry about how not amazing it might be just because they're in 28th overall, and there's so many people that are so pissed that it's not 32nd. And I'm like, guys, I'm sorry, but there is a degree of these are actual human beings, and if they get 7-1 all year again, it's not gonna go well, especially when it's all of the young players that you want to be parts of the team very soon.
Yes.
Like you can't just demolish them year after. Like
there is a mental component to this thing, guys.
They are humans. Like you need to have some amount of progression, and they've had a significant enough amount in my eyes. They moved. They're 4 standing spots up when they're running like such a rookie team. Like so much of their decor was like 3 or 4 rookie guys. Like at one time all year, like they were doing things that they probably shouldn't have been able to do at times, and they showed some progress. And that's all you could really ask for this year. And they're still going to get a pretty good pick. Like they're 5th last. There's a decent enough chance they could jump up like to 3rd or 4th.
Isn't there like a mathematical like guarantee when you're so far down, like you have 100% chance at like a top 6 or something? Is that another thing?
The only guarantee I know of like that is if you are in the last spot, because this is what happened to the Habs last year.
Yes.
If you're in the very last spot, you can pick no later than 3rd.
Oh, okay.
So that was like once it got down to it with the Habs last year, and it was very clear like they could get last. Everybody was like, fucking lose, because like if you get that, you're guaranteeing you're not going to be out of the top 3. So it's like it's one of those situations where it's like, okay, if you're getting there, it's already a shot season, and like already down to it, fine, do this. But like I'm not mad that they're 28th.
Holy
this year.
Shit, man. The Canadiens have 68 points, which means they are 1 point behind Arizona, who is the 4th lowest team in the West. Holy shit. The West is bad.
Yeah.
Or at
Yeah,
least the
you
bad
notice that
West
when
is
you
bad.
the bad of the West is
Dude, San
it's
Jose.
atrocious. San Jose's rough.
San Jose.
Chicago's rough, but like
I mean,
it was
yeah.
fully known that they were going to be from the beginning. Like just the absolute strip it to the bones, like demolition that happened last summer,
Yeah.
and then just continued all year. So that's not that shocking, but I don't know. I am very ready to be watching playoff hockey soon. And in terms of Habs stuff, I'm really only waiting for Cole Caulfield extension and the draft lottery at this point. So, and then hopefully I'll get an entertaining enough game on Thursday.
Yes.
Especially if like standings can't get affected by then, which in all honesty it probably will be the case. Well, there might be some intrigue with Arizona and Montreal slipping. But if it's not going to change anything, I'd honestly just prefer they get the win on Thursday. Like, because
yeah, that depends.
I'm there.
It depends. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how the Islanders game goes. If they lose the Islanders game, then I think they can definitely win. But it also depends on what
Arizona does. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do. You want to do a little hurdle, and then
get into we do
then
that.
we
And we
can
get
do
into the
some, like,
teams that have clinched that we hadn't
clinchy
talked
things
about
and
yet.
whatnot. And we do have a playoff series we can look at. We can go easy this week, and then next week go a little bit more in depth when we hopefully have.
Yeah, let's do that.
everybody
We'll
else.
just kind of talk about who's in now that we hadn't
Yes.
had before. And
Yes,
then,
yes.
Alrighty,
let's go.
let's do some hurdle.
Let's do some hurdle. Let me set this up. Why doesn't it just link these two? It's so annoying. All right. All right. Are you looking?
I'm working on it. There we go. Watch stream. There we go. I am looking now.
Okay. Boom. Wow, this is a weird one. You can actually see like ear detail. Is that Eric Chernak?
You would know better than I. I have no clue.
I feel like it looks like Eric Chernak or Andre Palat. Eric Chernak's with a C? Wait.
Just tried Chernak.
What? It didn't show up. Okay.
Well, they're a defenseman.
They are a defenseman, a Western defenseman.
And they're not Slovakian. Very
Not
helpful.
Slovakian, yeah. Yeah, maybe that was a bad first guess.
But
a lot older than 25. We're looking at like 30, 31.
So old man D in the West. Well, that's not Drew Doughty.
No.
His hair, he's got like a little bit of flow going, yeah.
I don't know the West. Why do they keep giving us West?
We get, it happens every time.
Stop giving us West. We don't want it.
Old man D, though. We got, it's old out there.
Quite a few, I feel like. It's not Shattenkirk, he's bald.
There's a lot of teams. I don't fucking know Western.
Is it Klingberg?
Who did he get moved to? He got moved to Minnesota, so possibly.
That's he got traded to Minnesota? I didn't even know.
Yeah, he got moved to Minnesota at the deadline, and that's a Western team, so let's fucking go.
Boom! Nope.
All right, they're younger than 30.
Yep, so like 29 maybe.
And they're not Swedish.
Number is in between 3 and 81.
Perfect. Narrows it down. Love
Pacific Division. So let's think of some teams here. We got Anaheim. We got San Jose.
I feel like it's going to be a weird one on Seattle.
It's
just because they got a fuckload of defensemen.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably have a normal amount of defensemen. They just did so many defensive signings.
They did. It's not Adam Larson because he's Swedish. Could it be Jamie Oleksiak?
I was about to say Oleksiak. I don't know if it is.
The heaviest man. Remember
that was such a weird way to introduce him. Yeah.
It's not fat. Like, what the fuck, man? Shit.
Well, he's Canadian.
Close to 24. So it's like 26, 27 maybe?
For number.
Not Seattle. So what do we got?
Close to 24 for
Oilers.
number. Is that Ekholm? No, Canadian.
And I think Ekholm's older than 30, right?
I don't fucking know. Probably, actually, yeah. Because he was with Nashville for a while.
This
what
is
a fuck.
pissing me off.
Who's old on Anaheim?
Fucking everybody. Do you want me to just put Anaheim?
No, I don't.
Well, it's because Shattenkirk, but he's U.S. and he's bald.
Pacific
but I can't
Division
think of anyone else.
Pacific Division Canadian defenseman. Why does it gotta give us these?
I know it gives us these fucking deep tracks that.
Who's defenseman on Calgary?
Tanev is one of
Chris
them.
Tanev is
He's
one,
got long hair.
Maybe he got a haircut. I don't fucking know.
Want me to put it? Wait.
Do you have one? What team are you thinking?
Florida traded him in the Kachuk trade.
Uyghur?
Could it be him?
Give it a go. I don't fucking know what his face looks like.
I think he's too young, but I'm gonna try it. Ah!
He played for Calgary, though.
He's the right thing. So this person played for Calgary, now does not. What?
Oh, fuck me.
I don't know anything about Calgary.
This is gonna because if we get this, it's gonna be good. But getting it is gonna be the trick.
An old Calgary defenseman. I don't even know their defenseman now.
The number is between 24 and 52. It's a little more narrowed down now.
It's close to 24. So it's
close to 24.
It should be like 29 or to 25, like somewhere in there.
So a win from Calgary to somewhere else in the Pacific Division. Is there anybody that was a Calgary player that went to Vegas?
Oh, in the expansion.
No, because didn't they take was that the guy from Calgary? The guy that was like they played in the Vegas minor league? Anyway.
Dude, I have no idea. We gotta just start guessing people on teams, see if we can get the team.
I'm just trying because
what if it's Oilers?
What are Pacific Division teams? Oilers, Seattle.
Oilers. Well, we already did Seattle, so let's do Oilers.
Okay, Seattle's gone. Oilers, and obviously Calgary's gone.
Yeah, so we got. Okay, wait. I'm picturing the map. Anaheim, San Jose, L.A., Oilers, Vegas.
No, he's too old. Never mind. And he didn't play for Calgary. I'm dumb.
We're gonna say Carlson.
No, I was gonna say fucking Vlasic, but he's old as hell, and San Jose's had him forever.
Yeah. I'm missing a team.
Oilers, San Jose, Vegas, Anaheim, LA.
I had LA. Yeah, those are the ones I had. Oh, Vancouver. Dude, it kind of looks like Luke Shen, but he's not there.
He didn't play for Calgary either.
That too.
Vancouver. Fox on Vancouver now.
Is it like? I think it's somebody from Vancouver.
Would have said Hamonic before you went to Ottawa, but
yeah.
went to Ottawa.
We don't care about the West because it sucks.
Oh man.
I'm just gonna guess this. We gotta just start guessing here.
You get a team at least.
Yeah.
So it's not Vancouver.
Not Vancouver. Is it a Shark? Put Vlasic. I mean, I know it's not Vlasic, but boom. Okay, it's not a Shark.
How many guesses we have left?
Two more.
And we have gotten rid of Seattle, Calgary, Vancouver, and San Jose. So we have
Oilers,
LA,
Anaheim, and Vegas.
Who the fuck?
It's gonna be Anaheim, and we just don't know.
No, I think there's one on I think there's one on LA, but I can't remember his fucking name.
The only ones I know are Sean Dursey and Drew Doughty. And Sean Dursey, I think, is young, too young.
There's like a guy I distinctly remember signing with LA in free agency, but you couldn't get me to fucking remember his name at this moment.
Is it Joe Blow?
Might as well be, because it's not coming to me. Ah, damn, doesn't show up.
Nothing there.
Get an LA name in there at least, and we'll see.
Not LA.
Not LA. So we have Oilers, Anaheim, and
Vegas.
And Vegas.
It's got to be. I really think it's Anaheim.
Who's the fucking?
Is that Theodore?
Did he play for Calgary?
No.
Did he play for Calgary? No.
I don't think so. What about
No.
what the fuck is that guy's name I'm thinking of? Max. He scored the winning goal for LA when they won the cup. Martinez.
Yeah, he's on Vegas. I don't know if he
old.
was ever. I don't know if he was ever a Calgary player. I think he was. Yeah, he was always a LA. I think. Bro, this is rough.
Carrier. He's a center. All right, we're just gonna move on.
No, I want at least run out of our guesses. We
got one more, but we've been sitting here for like 10 minutes nearly on one thing that we're not gonna get. It looks like Morgan Riley, but it's not, obviously.
Kind of does,
doesn't it?
A little bit. Who the fuck's on Vegas?
Petrangelo. I don't know. They fucking get rid of the whole team every like other year.
I know a lot of guys have gone between Edmonton and Calgary.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it's like Edmonton, but like it's gonna be some. It's an older
Chris
guy.
Russell's still a guy.
Maybe. Are we gonna? Is that what we want to guess? Because I'm. Oh well. No, that's not a still guy.
Okay, I thought he might have retired.
I think it's an Oiler. Because it's weird. They are like bitter enemies, but they do trade a lot. It's kind of weird.
So the Oilers, who do they have now? They have Ekholm, Nurse.
That's about Bouchard. I don't know their fucking defensemen. I don't even know their forwards. I know 3 of their forwards.
I feel like I'm gonna be pissed when I see who this is.
Probably. All right, give me a name so we can just move on because I want to do another one.
Give me an Oilers name, or can't even think of one. Just do something.
McDavid.
Yeah, that's the one.
Congratulations on your ridiculous scoring amount. Oh, I didn't know he was at Calgary.
I forgot the Habs got him from Calgary. And then
dang, I was never gonna get that one.
That pisses me off though. That does piss me off.
Yeah,
I should have figured that out.
Well, I knew it's there because he's 29. So, he must have started with Calgary and then went to Montreal.
And he went to the Habs.
But it was so long ago.
They just traded him to Edmonton last year.
Yeah, it was so long ago. You can't remember. That's what I knew was going to happen.
Fucker.
That's you know what? It's okay.
I should have got that.
We're gonna redeem ourselves.
He's a pretty good defensigood. He's not anything amazing, but like if you use him from like 4 to 6 in your like lineup, he'll give you good minutes.
All right. Well, I'm sure when he goes on sale, the Lightning will take part of that. All right, here we go. Round 2. This is what that looks like Nick Paul, baby.
I mean, give it a go.
It's probably not. I just see Lightning people everywhere.
I
forgot. Nicholas Paul. Shit. Hey, they're Canadian. In
Well,
the
they're
fucking West
Canadian.
again. Stop giving us West.
Cool.
Hurdle.
Age is a good deal above. What is that?
Oh wow, 28. So
this
we're
is
looking
an
at
old
we're looking
man.
at like 33, 34. Is that Mark-Edward Vlasic?
Fucking give it a go.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah, he is.
Oh yes, there it is.
Hell
That's how
yeah.
you bounce back. All right, that's it. We're gonna call it there.
Let's test fate.
Let's do one
Okay.
more.
One more.
Look at this fucking guy.
Surely it can't go wrong.
Surely. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Is that a Tanev?
It looks like a Tanev or like Barabanov has long hair like that.
I feel like it looks kind of greasy. It could be like Tyler Bertuzzi.
You want to try it? No, he's got curls. He's got curls. Brandon?
Sure.
Shit. Why is it in the West again? I'm gonna lose it. Close to 31. Not Canadian.
Rough.
Central Division. Let's think.
Central.
Dallas. Wait, is that Kyle Connor?
That might be Kyle Connor because he's American, I think.
Is he left wing though? Shit. All right, so not North American. So it's somewhere across the pond.
So who the fuck?
Let's think. Let's start crossing them out. Colorado.
Colorado. They got any long-haired guys on the team?
They do.
Unless
they
it's like
don't.
I could not tell you what Pavel Francouz looks like.
He doesn't have long hair like that.
Okay. I wouldn't know. So like I was like it could be something like that where it's like
yeah. I don't think it's
Is it one of those Swedish dudes on Dallas? Is it like Heiskanen or something?
It's not that long. His hair's not that long for sure.
What's the other fucking guy?
Yeah, Hakanpää?
Is that the other guy on Dallas? Is he on Dallas?
He's on Dallas, but he's got shorter hair, I think. It's a sick name though.
It is
Yanni Hakanpää. Like holy shit.
It's a pretty good name. Motherfucker. I wanted to get an Eastern Conference player one time.
I know, it's like why? What do we got? So what else do we get? Chicago?
I couldn't tell you half the fucking people on that team at this point. So
it's not Winnipeg. I'm gonna work my way down. Minnesota.
It's
not Zuccarello. Is that Zuccarello?
Try Eriksson Ek.
Okay, I'm not going to try that because I know what he looks like and it's not like that.
And it's not that.
He's got short hair. He's on my fantasy team.
Or
he has been on my fantasy team. I feel like it's Zuccarello. It's not Kaprizov.
No, his is like I feel like Zuccarello's is a little like shorter and more out.
It's shorter, yeah. All right, so then down to Colorado. We don't think it's Colorado. Don't think it's Dallas.
So what if we narrow down literally that they're just not left wing? So that's helpful.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, so let's guess what do you want to guess like a you want me to just put Heiskanen? Because that gives us
a defenseman anyway. And it gives us a central team.
Defenseman and a Swede. That's it. HEI?
Heiskanen. Wait.
Oh, he's Finnish.
Yep. That he is.
Not a defenseman.
You're definitely right about that. Fuck.
Not a defenseman. So we got to do a right wing, central right winger, or a central center, or it could be a goalie. Do we try a goalie and see if it's goalie?
Does UC Saros have long hair?
No, he's got like a nice short haircut and a sweet mustache.
Does Georgiev have long hair?
He might.
Does he take after his old crease mate?
Hey, no.
He does not.
Where is this dude from?
I'm thinking Sweden now because
or Czech, Swedish or Czech. Those are like the last two.
True. And we got Nashville.
Oh, Nashville! I forgot about Nashville. Now I think it's Nashville. It's got to be a right winger or a center. Nashville. I feel like it's Nashville now, but I can't.
Well, the problem with that is most of their roster right now is a bunch of AHL guys they called up after they traded everybody away.
Yeah.
I want to say it's got to be a Swede if it's not Canadian, U.S., Russian, or Finnish.
That's a good.
I mean, there are others, but like just probability wise.
Yeah. I don't know. What do we think about?
Is it some fucking Jamoke on goddamn Arizona or something?
Oh, it's fucking Arizona. I bet
it's gonna piss me off if it is.
Well, give me a center. Who's a Arizona center?
I don't fucking know.
You don't know their top line center?
I don't know any of their players other than Clayton Keller and Karel Vejmelka. That's about it. Is
Clayton Keller a center?
I think he's a winger, and he's definitely either Canadian or American.
Yeah, I know. I just want to get something knocked off the board here. Because we've now been doing this for like 20 minutes.
I stand by it. It was a good decision.
It was a poor decision.
It was a good decision.
I mean, that's some sick hair.
It is some sick flow, but you'd think you'd recognize it.
Yeah, that's why this definitely is some dude on Arizona. That's they picked him up from the college team. He didn't even have
what other central teams are we thinking? Or do we got that? We got Arizona, Nashville.
Arizona, Nashville, Minnesota. We haven't seen yet. Arizona, Nashville, Minnesota, Chicago. And then there's one more that I just can't remember. Arizona,
Nashville,
Chicago, Minnesota. There's one more that I'm just blanking.
St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis.
Justin Falk. Wait, is he Canadian?
Believe he is American. Certainly not across the water. That's big, though. I think you might be right. I think this could be a blue.
Yeah, but who
did they get somebody in any Leafs trade, in the O'Reilly trade? Did the Leafs send a Swedish person over?
They didn't really send anybody of consequence from what I remember.
Also,
Kasperi Kapanen. Wait, no, he's Finnish.
I think he's in Pittsburgh, is he not?
No, he got sent to St. Louis. But he's Finnish, I'm pretty sure. But you can give it a go if you want.
Let's just see.
Get St. Louis. Let's get St. Louis out of there.
Shit! They used to play at St. Louis. They
used to play for St. Louis. Cool.
Oh, sweet.
They used to play for St. Louis, and they're a center.
They are a center. Holy Lord.
Fucking A, man.
How is that not Kyle Connor?
So they used to play for St. Louis, and they're on. Oh, fuck, we just did this.
Arizona,
Predators, Chicago, or
Chicago.
The Predators.
It's got to be Chicago, right?
Did they make any trades with the Blues lately?
No.
I guess it doesn't necessarily, because it could just be a person who was on the Blues.
It's 28 or 29. 28 or 29 years old. So, yeah. They could have just been gone.
Fuck, man. Why the fuck is it doing this to us? Man. So bring it there.
I mean, if we haven't gotten it by looks yet, now we're not gonna get it now. We have to just work through some shit.
They're a center that used to play for St. Louis, still in the Central.
Swedish centerman. Is there any Swedish centerman? Colorado. We already checked them, so it's not them. Shit.
Can you
Minnesota.
humor me with Eriksson
Let me
Ek?
do Eriksson Ek. Maybe I'm totally fucking wrong. Maybe I'm picturing someone else. Joel Eriksson Ek. They are a Wild and they are Swedish.
Who are their other fucking players?
I don't know their centers.
Boldy is not a center, and I'm pretty sure he's American. Kaprizov is very Russian.
Yes. It's just somebody we don't know. It's some fucking low-level guy that's played like 2 games.
I want to see if I can make my brain think of it, though.
Okay, well, this isn't edited, so I don't want to sit here for as long as that takes.
That's true. You got anything?
I got nothing, man. Let me do just this. A classic.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah. Wait.
Is it a Johansson? Peterson? Marcus Peterson?
Oh, I think they picked up Marcus Johansson.
Ho!
They did, but it's not him.
They did, but it's not. But it's not him. Wait, this is gonna work.
I think that is the play. Yeah.
Is this Gustafson?
Or
or is he a defenseman? Philip?
Philip Gustafson is a goalie. I thought he is a goalie, and he plays for Minnesota.
How about Jonas Johansson?
What? Just keep scrolling real quick.
Arvidsson, Olofsson,
so we can
Carlson.
see what we got.
Okay, this is the end. Edvinsson, Arison. Let's just pick one. This guy.
Did Arvidsson go to them?
No, he's LA.
Right?
He's LA.
Yeah.
David Gustafsson? Colton Sissons? No.
That's Nashville.
Yeah. Axel Johnson Fajalbi? Holy shit. Jason? This guy?
Just choose one.
I'm going with my original pick. Ayerson. Shit. Fucking Sundqvist.
Oscar Sundqvist.
I had no clue.
He went to Minnesota?
I
thought he was with San Jose.
No clue that dude was there. Not a clue.
Yeah, we're getting some rough luck on these.
See you later. We're taking I need a break. Shit. Holy. Good Lord. And now I gotta find. And we're back. I've just been informed by my correspondent in the field, Ben Watson, that we have some breaking news, some live breaking news.
On my way back from the pee break, an athletic notification popped up that the Bruins have broken the single season wins record. They got their 63rd win. And David Pastrnak got a hat trick. That will help me in fantasy. Holy. But yeah, the Bruins. So hopefully that means they'll be resting guys on Thursday.
Yeah, they probably will now. They don't. Now they really have nothing to play for.
Yeah, they super don't now.
There was I think we talked about it last week where I was like, if they have a chance to break it in like that game, they need to win that game. I could see them doing that, but
but
they already did it. So.
No matter, it's already done.
Dang, I was really hoping that wouldn't happen.
It's insane.
So
that is insane.
I will throw it back now, and I will have to commend you, Benny, because you at the beginning of the year, I don't remember, like 10 or 15 games in, were like, this is a real possibility. And I was like, that's BS. I was like, there's no way that this team is going to be at the same level as the 18-19 Lightning. And then they were, and they were better. So I have to commend you there. You were correct. And I was very wrong.
I'm probably like 3 for like 1,002 at this point or something like that.
Yeah, but I did not expect that. So yeah, so record setting.
Was I the only one that had them in the playoffs?
Oh wow, did I have them in the playoffs? That's the other thing I got to do. That's the other thing I got to do this week, because next week's
somebody else might have, but I think you had Ottawa in over them.
I did have Ottawa in. That's for sure. I also had Florida in.
And that might happen.
That could still happen, but that's the other thing I got to do is I got to go back and find everybody's playoff picks for the beginning, so we can talk about it next week.
How all wrong of us are. Yes. How wrong all of us are.
That is on my to-do list for this week. Well, yeah, let's talk about it, man. So this is now officially, unofficially, the best team in the history of the NHL. I say that just because there was some Canadians teams that got like 62 and like 80 game season or some shit with no ties or something.
The 70s Habs were kind of insane. Like not kind of, they were insane. But I mean, now forevermore, this Bruins team will be in that conversation.
They're in that conversation for sure.
Like if you bring up the best team of all time, you're gonna have to mention them. You can have your arguments for whatever way, which I don't know. I also don't find that much worth in having those arguments, because whenever you have them like across such different eras, they don't really they don't really correspond. Like you can't match them up, because like, yes, if you grabbed that Habs team out of the 70s and like brought them to now, they're not going to do as well, because sports science was nowhere near,
technology and whatnot,
and technology of their equipment was nowhere near. So yes, but good for the Bruins. Yeah, I'm still astonished that like I had them in the playoffs, but I think I had them as the third Atlantic spot. So I wasn't that right. I
think you might be the most right of us all in as far as that's concerned, to be honest. But it's kind of crazy that it's been twice in 4 or 5 years now. Twice in 5 years that we've had a challenger for like wins record.
That's true, because before kind of weird, that it wasn't since like 97, right?
Yeah.
Because that was when the Detroit team did it, right? I think it was 97.
Oh, did they do it as well? 62? I know there was a Detroit team that got 62 wins, but I thought it was earlier. But maybe it was 97.
No, I think it was in the 90s at some point.
Well,
I don't really remember. But even like the most rosy like predictions for the Bruins going into this year, like never in a million years would have predicted that 80 games into the season they sit at a .819 win percentage. So an 81% win percentage.
Jesus, like, man,
what the fuck? Is that actually is point percentage? I'm sorry. Still though, they would honestly probably be pretty close. It's probably just getting boosted a little bit by overtime lost points.
Okay,
But
you were right. It is the 95-96 Detroit Red Wings.
96.
Yep,
Okay, so I
96.
was ever so slightly, but
It was them and the 18-19 Bolts, and then tonight it's changed and it's now the 22-23 Boston Bruins, all by their lonesome. 63 wins, and they still have 2 games left,
yes,
so they can even push it even farther. So that's pretty nuts.
That
is pretty wild.
The fact that they're 26 points up on the next team.
I know it's. Listen, we've seen
or in the East anyway.
We've seen this before. We have seen this.
Oh
before.
yeah, no, it doesn't mean anything. They still have to do the damn thing. But like,
I don't see them being in the same mental situation as the Lightning, because back in the 18-19, the Light, they were green as far as like playoff stuff goes. I mean, they had been to the finals in 2015, but like not
there
with
was
that
a bit
particular
of
group
turnover, right? Like, I mean, Hedman and Stamkos and
they were there.
Well, Vasilevsky was like the backup at that point in the 15 run, right?
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, it was Bishop. Even when he pulled his nutsack,
which
he was
honestly maybe
if they had put Vassy in, you think they could have maybe pulled that out?
Well, like of any player to have play with a pulled groin, goalie's pretty tough.
That's a rough.
It's a pretty tough one.
Yeah,
but I mean, who knows? I don't know where Vasilevsky was at that point. Like he was would have been still pretty young at that point, right?
He's still working into his own, I think. We'll see. We'll talk about it next week, obviously, when we've got
we have some matchups.
playoff setups or matchups set.
Yeah, next week will probably have to be our bracket week, won't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because I imagine the playoffs will be by the Monday after, I think.
Do they start on a Monday or do they wait?
Monday, Tuesday, I think, because I was hearing some talk about some podcast I was listening to. I think it was CJ on the CJ show that said that the word on the street was the Tampa-Toronto series was going to start on he either said 17th or 18th. I don't remember which.
And that's Monday, Tuesday?
That's Monday, Tuesday, yeah. So I'm thinking it'll start around then. So yeah, we'll have to do the bracket that next episode.
Yeah. So you know what that means? Those two sons of bitches are being on this show.
They have to be. It's required.
They have to be. We will make it work.
Or they do a bracket, send a picture to the group chat, and then
we have to read out their
No, even better. Just when we get to we just say and for Nick or and for Eric, and then you just throw the bracket up on the screen.
Yeah,
and just leave it there for like 10 seconds, and then we just move on.
I wanna like read it out and be like,
break it down.
Nick picks what the fuck. The Columbus Blue Jackets.
That they didn't qualify, Nicholas.
Imagine, that'd be so funny. Okay, so there is one matchup. We'll just touch on it real quick. There's one matchup set. There might be more than one now. Toronto, Tampa.
I know of the one that we've known for like several months.
Wasn't it it's
in practicality, like it wasn't mathematically set, but like pretty much.
We know. Yep, and it is going to be Toronto with home ice since the Lightning have decided to take the last week off.
They're just resting up.
Dude, you fucking better be. They made it out by the skin of their teeth last year.
This is true. It was a tight series, and it's a better Toronto team.
Yeah, I know.
But I will say, I have to laugh every time I hear any like Toronto-based media like broadcast being like, "Oh, but this year the team's different," because I've heard them say that for like 6 years now. And I'm like, it may very well be the case, but like, fuck, man, you gotta realize you're doing this at this point.
Yeah. No, I listen. I'll give you a little insight. I am picking Toronto for the first round simply because since the beginning of March, this Tampa Bay team has not looked like the Tampa Bay team that we are used to seeing. They have in like certain games, like the whole last week,
right?
They did, but
and then
they come out and they do what they did.
Who do they have left?
Toronto Tuesday, and then shit, I don't know. Who the hell is it? Islanders? Let me look.
Those are two pretty good tune-ups.
It's a Thursday game. Oh, it's Detroit. So
I mean, they play Tampa hard, don't they? Don't they usually fare pretty well against them?
I think everybody
from my
plays
memory?
Tampa hard, but yeah, they usually give them a test. Whatever it is, if as long as they can get up and get their energy level to where it needs to be, then we'll be good. The only issue is there is injuries.
I've been hearing that as well.
Cirelli definitely playing through an injury. Hagel, I think, is definitely playing through an injury. They don't look bad, so I don't hope it's not too bad.
Didn't Jeannot go down with something?
Jeannot went down with something bad. But
Yeah.
apparently, I'm sure you saw like the Elliot Friedman tweet. It's apparently not as bad as it could have been, which is like, that's not good.
So what, is he going to be back in the second round instead of missing the entire playoffs or something like that?
I don't know. I haven't even seen the play yet. I think it's something with his leg.
I heard it got bent a funny way or something.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So
that's great. Pissed away all those picks.
Which I mean, it's not something you can control.
No, it's not. But it's just it's just
yeah, it doesn't feel great, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, we'll see. It is Toronto. They do have a tendency, as we all know.
And how do you feel? I do believe I didn't see it happen because I stopped watching that Habs Leafs game very early. It was like we were like halfway through the second, and they were out shooting the Habs something like 20 something to like 8. It was not going well, and I had my Switch there, and we played Nintendo Switch Sports as a family, and it was lovely and wholesome. It was great. We bowled, great time. Then my brother and I did the sword fight matchup and got far too competitive about it. It was lovely. Didn't have to think about that game at all after like the first period and a half, which was the right play when I checked the score at the end.
Yeah.
But I do believe Ilya Samsonov went down with injury last night.
Did he?
I want to double check that.
Well, I never wish injury on a player.
Well, no.
But that does improve the Lightning's chances.
Ilya Samsonov news? Okay, maybe not.
You bastard.
Okay, well, he got pulled out. It looks like he got pulled out mid-game, but like he's fine now.
My guess is it was
they thought it was something.
Like my guess is they saw something they didn't like or whatever, and it was like precautionary. Because at this point,
so never mind, he's back in.
Yeah, at this point, they really have nothing to play for either. They can't improve their spot in the standings at all. They already have home ice.
Well, if you've been following them, they haven't really landed on. They've landed on what their third and fourth lines are. They're still tinkering. Like they're still actively tinkering on their top 6.
I mean,
now.
I mean, dude, I saw like 6, 7, 8 different line combinations in that game I was at for the Lightning. So they were just like, Cooper was like, somebody fucking do something, please.
Tinkering without that much success against a team that isn't this year's Habs.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So like, they're in an interesting spot. Like from everything I've been seeing, it's like they look like they should be good, and like let's have gone, but like they. Keefe lately, I don't know if he brought it back last night because again I stopped watching, but I know he's been keeping Marner and Matthews apart and trying to get more out of both, and it's kind of like hamstrung them a little bit from what I've been hearing. But then also I think Marner popped off last night, and I think I messed up. I've had some bad choices in my fantasy lineup choices last night, but I don't know. They're in an interesting spot. They're not floundering as much as the Lightning are right now, I will say.
Yeah.
But they're not. They don't look solid as a block. Like there's some uncertainty there.
There's uncertainty,
especially because it is right as of right now. As far as I know, Matt Murray's out long term. They haven't said much about how long.
So what you're saying is it's a Samsonov injury away from facing Joseph Woll.
Yeah.
That would improve.
It would be a Joseph Woll. What's that fucking guy? Starts with a K, but you don't pronounce the K. I think
Shalgren.
Yeah, him. I think it would end up if Samsonov goes down, it'll probably be a tandem of those two.
Well, I'm not hoping for that.
Not at all.
No, because you know what? Because I don't want any. I don't want any damn excuses.
Yeah, you don't want to hear.
Eat me. We'll see if Vasi can pull his head out of his ass for a little bit. And if
that's the thing, you get prime Vasi, you're fine.
If we get Vasi that we had when he was first star, holy,
you're fine.
No, who's beating him? Who's beating the Lightning when Vasi's playing like that?
I mean, they still could, I guess, but like when he's good, he's just so fucking good, man. Like
yeah, we'll have to see, because like it's so weird, and because you look back to last year's like the first round, you look at that series, and it's like it was just so weird because it was so back and forth.
I believe Toronto outscored them on the series.
They did, yes, because Toronto won a couple games like 5-1 and 5-0.
Yeah, you can't really take that much out of it. It's just like they had a couple blowout games, which I mean, I guess you can take something out of, but like that's why the total ended up that way. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what you take. They still won the series somehow. I don't know. Especially
they know how to do the fucking thing. Like if I've noted, like it's impossible to not notice that like there is no team better at being able to kind of let some stuff slide up until the very moment that they know they can't anymore. And then as soon as they know they can't, they just score at will. And then you just kind of go, oh fuck, okay, I guess that's all right. Yeah.
It is kind of funny when you like look at it and think about it, because it's like you have Toronto where there's all the pressures on Toronto, and it's like those players are shitting their pants. And then on the other side, it's the Lightning, who, like, even if there is pressure, they don't feel it.
Because it's like they're just checking in again. They're like, yeah, it's round one. We do 4 of these every year. We're like, it's just getting going. It's gonna be fine. Like I mean, it's not the way they've been playing lately hasn't been promising, but I still feel fine about Tampa's chances.
Yeah, I mean, they still got a chance. Obviously, they're never not going to have a chance. But I think it's the end of this run, because I think they're fucking tired, man.
That's also possible. I mean, like they've played an insane amount of hockey.
They've played more how many? I should have looked it up, but their like playoff game total, and for the last 3 seasons has got to be astronomical. It's got to be
close to a whole season at this point.
They've won more playoff games than the Leafs have fucking played in the last like 3 years. So by quite a margin. Oh no, because they've won 32 in 2 years, and then another. All the
thing with the Leafs is they always bring it to 7. They just always lose there.
That's true.
So they got the numbers. They just always fuck up.
That's true.
So you never know, but I don't know. It'll be an intriguing series, because like
I just hope it's a good series.
They're very tired, and like it seems like it's a very, like, I'm not saying they're on the downward trend, but like it seems like this is a year where it's like it's a year of not transition quite, but like you're seeing where it's gonna have to become more so Point and Cirelli's team kind of situation than like Stamkos and Hedman's kind of team.
Yeah.
Like you got to start seeing that transition just because they're getting older. And Sergachev. So it's like they're almost in an in-between cores, sort of.
They are, yeah.
They're in an in-between while also having all of them. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like it feels like there will be passing of the guard over the next couple of years, and then they'll probably have some guys get turned out, and then kind of have to juggle the roster around those young guys as that new core.
Yeah.
And then it's Toronto, where this is just the core, and they just need to fucking do it. Like they don't really have a choice. Like they need to fucking do the thing, or else something silly is probably going to happen.
This is the 6th kick at the can for this Toronto Maple Leafs score.
I think 7th.
Is it really?
Wait. 16, 17,
16 18. Was Matthews, but they didn't make it, right?
16, 17. No, 16, 17 was their Matthews' first year, and I think they just squeaked in as the 8th seed.
Oh.
16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, they made the...
They didn't make the playoffs. They made
qualifying round.
Yeah.
21, they lost in the first round.
22, they lost in the first round.
22, they lost in the first round.
So 6, maybe 7 if you count the bubble.
Yeah, this will be the 8th year.
Oh. Oh wow. That's okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think you summed it up right for the Lightning. That is, they've like, it's already started with Point. Like Point is going to be the new goal scorer.
He's
Clearly,
going to be the new guy. Yeah.
He's going to be like the new Stammer.
Not that like Kucherov's exactly ass at this moment.
Well,
in time,
clearly no. He's
but-
still going to be there for a bit.
Yeah, but
the problem with him is he just.
he's gotta handle himself a little better.
Yeah, he's
at times.
Yeah, he's like I was when I was younger when I played. I would let shit get to me too much, and then like I would like stop caring, and I was just like, whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
He gets like that. It's like emo. He's
And then
like
every
emo
once in a
energy.
while he gets very ragey and gets
Or
a
that.
suspension. It's either like,
Or
yeah,
that.
he gets a little disinvolved or he gets a little too angry. It's like, you're a lot more helpful when you're doing your thing. Like, maybe just keep doing your thing.
Sometimes he gets mad and then he like channels it into his play, and then that's really fun. But
then other times
he does not. He throws a glove at the stick guy behind the bench. Do you remember when he did that? That was
that was weird.
That was a bad moment. I was like, man, come on.
Like, what is he doing? What is he doing? He's just helping you.
He's
giving you sticks.
I mean, in fairness, he probably should have been paying attention and should have gotten.
Oh, was it like?
Well, because it was like the other end of the ice.
Oh, was it one of those ones where it was like
broke
in
his
play?
stick.
Okay, yeah.
And then Kucherov and the guy didn't grab a stick at all. He
Right.
was just watching. Like,
yeah.
so in fairness, you probably can be mad, but like, don't throw your glove at the guy. That's mean.
I honestly wish that wasn't allowed. I want to see people on the bench handing their stick, and I want to see some goofy stuff
some
where
weird
like
stuff.
a short guy gets like a long stick
really
or
long
something.
stick. Yeah, that would be
Or
funny.
like a lefty gets a righty stick and just has to fucking go with it.
That'd be funny, eh?
Like,
Only shoot backhands.
You can't use your trainer. You have to get it from a player on the bench.
That's kind of funny.
Add fun rules. God damn
That
it.
would be fun, actually. That's a good idea. That's actually a really good idea.
But
Okay,
Kucherov,
I think we're about set there. We'll see. It'll be a fun watch. I just hope it's a good series again. Give me a nice battle.
I'm sure it will be. It's two really good teams. No matter all of what's going on, like
Yeah,
you see that team of players that Tampa has. You see the team of players. It's going to be a good series. And Toronto's going to bring it all the way to 7 and make it interesting. And
then Nick Paul's gonna enter the chat.
He will. Or possibly Brandon Hagel.
Possibly.
Maybe
Hopefully,
even
he's
a
better.
resurgent Tanner Jeannot.
Yeah, Tanner Jeannot joins, gets healthy enough
Joins
to
for
join
game
for
7.
Game 7 and just
Pots the OT winner.
runs their shizzle. I'd love that.
I would love it too. This is the one round a year I cheer for Tampa.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take just a quick glance at the standings here.
Who's new that we
So
didn't
first of all,
know last year?
well, Seattle
Last week.
we did talk about Seattle clinching. So right now it's essentially
The West is pretty locked up.
it's a 3-horse race for that last wild card spot, sort of. Nashville has a game in hand on Calgary.
But has the same amount of
same
games
as
played as
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg and is 3 points
3 points
back.
behind.
That
So
doesn't
yeah,
help them.
so it's probably done. That's probably sad.
Calgary is the
it's
one
Calgary
that
or Winnipeg right now.
Yeah, it's probably oh my god, Calgary's OT lost points.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Looking like the Habs in 21. My
16.
god.
Same amount of San Jose.
That's insane. Overtime lost points might straight up get them into the playoffs.
It really might, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild. Oh my god, I didn't even see like the win difference is like wild.
7 win difference. My lord. And even then it's a 3 win difference with Nashville. Nashville's 3 more wins.
Yeah, that's so lame, dude.
What the fuck?
So we've got Winnipeg or Calgary, basically. Two Canadian teams.
Or who knows? Maybe Winnipeg and Calgary suck it up and Nashville sneaks in there. But yeah, it'll probably be Winnipeg or Calgary.
I think.
Who do you think would fare better?
We're facing, I guess it'd be Vegas at this point, looks like.
At this moment in time.
If it's Vegas, yeah, they have more. They have the most points.
Yes. Yep.
I would say no, neither.
I mean, yeah, I would probably just go with Winnipeg for the Hellebuck factor.
Oh yeah. You know, you're
But
right there
because Markstrom's not in it this year,
dear.
so
dear.
like of the two, I'd probably say Winnipeg just for that.
Yeah,
but
no,
like
I
also
agree.
they've had such a weird year too. Like it's not great either way.
No, either way, if one of them, if whatever team's in that second spot gets through, that's gonna be the upset that's gonna be the biggest upset we've seen since fucking Columbus.
Also, yes, but also I know they've added some. They haven't added that much. They've added some since this happened. But when the 2021 Habs dismantled the Jets,
Oh yeah,
it brought my opinion of them down quite a bit.
I was like, yeah,
because like if you look at like numerically, I don't remember. I think Dom Lucian posted it was one of like the most lopsided playoff series in history. Like chance, like
as far as like
it was
advanced
just terrible.
To
like
be fair,
it was rough. I think they upgraded their defense since then.
To be
so
fair,
that's true. But
Josh Morrissey, to be fair, they were playing a Stanley Cup finalist team.
Yeah, I love them, and I'm like, that's still some bullshit.
Yeah,
it was a weird year, but like that series brought my opinion of them down quite a bit. I was like, guys, it shouldn't be a sweep, guys. Shouldn't be a sweep.
Yeah. So okay, so here's my real question. The race in the East is a lot tighter. We've got Florida and the Islanders at 91, taking up Florida is in the first spot, Islanders in the second spot. Then we've got Pittsburgh 1 point behind them. All the same amount of games played. And then don't look now. Buffalo has 2 games to play more than them and is at 85 points. If they win every single game, they will jump to 93. It's a slim chance.
Do they have any games against any of those teams?
So here's the problem. They did have one against Florida, and then they lost it. And I was like, Danielle, they really needed to win that one.
that would have been the one. That would have been the one that would have made it possible, I think.
It's still possible. And you need, obviously,
still Florida, possible, but like
I guess those teams need to just lose out, and the Sabres need to win out to actually do it. Basically.
Yeah. So
still possible, not likely. And Buffalo has like Carolina and the Rangers. Like they have they have like a really tough end. But you know what? They can do it, baby.
I honestly think. I mean, unfortunately, I think Florida's going to stay in it.
I think so too. We'll have to wait and see. But my real question, and this is a question I think we already talked about, but we can talk about a little bit closer here. Let's just say those 3 teams: Florida, Islanders, Pittsburgh. Who has the best chance against the all-time wins in a season record-holding Boston Bruins?
The Islanders.
You think the Islanders?
Yeah.
I think the Islanders as well.
I don't think Florida has anywhere near the defensive capabilities to do it. And also their goalie situation. I don't think Alex Lyon is going to keep being a fucking magical unicorn that's like just stopping everything after not doing that ever before.
No, I agree.
I think Florida, no.
You need a strong goalie.
Pittsburgh's they're not doing it this year. This will be Crosby's first year if they miss the playoffs. This will be his first year since his rookie year. I honestly think they're going to miss. I think it's going to be Florida, New York.
I think it's going to stick there.
I think it's going to stay the same.
Certainly
I don't see that changing.
Certainly could.
Although I admittedly haven't looked at their schedules. They could, like, Pittsburgh could have like a cake schedule.
Like an easy schedule, yeah.
Yeah, so who knows? But I think it's going to be Florida, New York. And I think, going back to it, I think New York has the best chance just because of their defensive ability and Ilya Sorokin. And it's playoffs. It's playoff hockey. That's their whole fucking thing.
Yeah. If Florida had a goalie, I'd
say maybe.
I might go for Florida just because they do have Tkachuk. And Tkachuk is a playoff player, if there ever was one. But I mean, in this case, it's for sure the Islanders.
Yeah,
Because you need a goalie.
Yeah.
And they got one. They have a
and I think they can do
Vezina winning
some
goalie.
really gross trap shit and make some really nice boring games.
Another thing. I
Love
don't
you,
know. Another thing, I don't know if you've seen, but I've been looking. Boston's won 63 games. They're an incredible team. They have had a lot of 1-goal games.
They have.
They have not blown out a lot of teams.
They barely took the Habs like a couple weeks back. Like the Habs played a really strong game, and then Bruins won 4-2 with an empty netter. Like it was tight. So
yeah,
like,
it's they like they've blown out teams, but like they're not. And this is another reason why I think this isn't the same as the 18-19 Lightning, because the 18-19 Lightning were blowing out every fucking team they played.
Yeah.
This time, Boston's like they don't feel like gods on the ice.
Yeah.
They should, but I don't think they do.
But they're finding ways to win.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how this first round is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because do we have any new teams like since last year?
No new teams clinched. Oh, since last year?
Yeah.
Well, New Jersey.
Like New Jersey's in when they weren't last year. Seattle's in, they weren't last year.
That's it. Dallas.
If the Islanders make it,
they'll be new.
That'll be new. And Dallas made it last year. That was
they did. That's right.
That was
Calgary.
Ottinger almost beat Calgary.
Yep.
And yes, Ottinger almost beat
team.
Calgary.
It was not the team.
Ottinger almost beat Calgary. Interesting.
And that's
I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Wait, Winnipeg didn't make it last year, right?
No. If they make it, no. Remember, because they had a terrible season, and then this year they started the season by stripping what's his nuts of his captaincy.
Brandon Wheeler. Brandon? Brandon Wheeler?
Wait.
It's somebody Wheeler, but I don't think it's Brandon.
Blake.
Yeah. Blake Wheeler.
Brandon Wheeler.
I don't know. B name.
All right. Yeah. So still to this point in the season, 3 max 4 games left for most teams, 2 for some. We still only have 1 playoff matchup set. So that's exciting.
Kind of wild.
Last couple days of games are going to be exciting. But I think that's all I got. Fantasy hockey. How far back are you? My dad's
it's not great, Bob. Yeah. I had a bad week. I had a really bad week that got accentuated by leaving, I think, about 40 points on the bench last night, which I really couldn't have afforded to do.
That's like the Buffalo Sabres losing to Florida.
Sure is. Sure is. I honestly think that sealed it for me last night. I'm going to do my level best to see what I can do these last few days,
pushing,
but
man.
I am 150 points back at the moment. The nice thing is, though, right now, your dad has 0 tonight, and I don't think he's going to get any because he had 1 defenseman playing. Well, not playing, but he had him in the slot, but he's injured, so he's not getting anything. And he had Georgiev in the goalie slot, but it doesn't look like he's playing because he didn't have any points in their period in.
Yeah, probably not.
So, and I have 36 points tonight.
So you're going to make up some room, a little bit of room.
So it's some points. I'm going to need to have a hell of a week, and I'm probably going to need to be bringing new people on every day as the week goes on.
Yes.
Don't forget. Honestly, I'm going to worry about keeping my one guy.
Make sure you keep one guy each position.
You know who I'm going between for my forwards is Pasternak and Matthews.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I don't know.
I mean,
Matthews isn't going to be this bad again.
He's not.
Also, I don't think Boston's going to be this good again.
Oh, that's a good point. I was going to say, if I were you, I'd go Pasternak because he's got 57 goals, 58 goals. And he had 47 last year?
Yeah, but Matthews had 60 last year. He's also good.
I know, but if you take the average, if you take the average, it's better. But I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I don't run your damn team.
That's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to think about that for a while. I've fucking held on to Cale Makar through so many goddamn injuries. I'm bringing him back next year.
Yeah,
he's not gonna have this bad of a year. He's not gonna have this bad of a year next year.
That's why I'm holding on to Yossi, who hasn't played in a fucking month.
Yeah. Where's your team at? What's that looking like?
I'm in third pretty solidly. I should be all right in third, which I'll
I
take.
think it's gonna.
I'll take, considering my forwards have sucked ass the entire year. Other than Elias Pettersson, there's my keeper.
Honestly, these positions are looking like they're pretty solidified at this point.
Yeah, I think they're. The only
if I have to pull off fucking something at the end here.
The only
fuck, man, I was in first for so fucking
the only
long,
the only kind of interesting thing I have for my keepers is my goalies, because I have either
I don't know what I'm doing either.
Either Ottinger or Vasi. Those are my two options. So it's like,
Dallas is fucking good too.
Dallas has been good. Ottinger's been very good. Vasi has more points, but that's because he plays a lot, because he hasn't really been great this year. We'll have to wait and see. I'll make my decision last minute probably, and I'll probably go with Vasi.
I don't even know if I gotta either do Stuart Skinner or Freddie Anderson. Guess I'm gonna go Stuart Skinner.
I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to keep. You can throw them all back and just draft new goalies. Like you.
I mean, do we reset the keeper every year? Like at the end of each season,
you could pick different.
So keepers. You might as well keep a person. Like
if you want him.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll use every slot just to have a guy.
True. But, have one guaranteed guy.
Yeah. Damn. See, the thing that pisses me off is I'm pretty sure I know I flubbed this, because I hung on to too many guys that were injured for too long at times where I should have cut bait and just made a move. But I was like, that's these guys, and there was that Logan Thompson fucking, like, they kept doing reports. Oh yeah, he's back soon. Oh yeah, he's back soon. He was never soon. Never fucking soon.
That was fake ass news.
It was a fucking lie. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. Regardless, it'll still be the highest finish I've ever had if I maintain second.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Hopefully I can maintain second.
Next year is going to be the fun year. That's going to be,
because we're going to have the week-to-week matchups.
Week-to-week matchups against certain players, so you can really hone in your shit talking.
Hell yeah, and they'll have playoffs.
Person. Yeah, and then there'll be some playoffs action.
What will the cutoff be? Like top 4? If we have 8 again?
Yeah. We'll have to do the top half, yeah. So it'll be like a 2-round thing.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
That'll be fun.
That will be fun. All right, well, next week, make sure you tune in. There'll be updates, and I'm going to get this thing scheduled on YouTube earlier than I normally do, because usually I do it like the day of. I'm going to get this thing scheduled as soon as I can, once we find out when everyone's going to be available, because this is the big
bracket episode.
This is the bracket episode.
Yes. Hell yeah.
And we may be doing another bracket challenge. I don't know if there'll be a prize. It might just be for fun. but I think we'll probably do a little bracket challenge. But keep an eye out for that. We'll do all that. We'll go over our picks, and we'll go over how wrong we were with our playoff team choices.
I don't think it was great
in next week's episode. Yeah, I think it was pretty bad. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll do that next week, and we hope to see you there. Peace.
Have a good week, everybody.
Where the hell are my credits at? Oh, they're there. See ya.